You simply don't need ads. And in today's episode, I'm going to share with you the number one reason why. Welcome in. This is the live recording of the Client by Client podcast. Let's hop in and let's do this together. Hey, what's up? Jeremy here from whatupjeremy.com, back with another episode of Client by Client. Thank you so much for tuning in today. In the last episode, we talked about your output and how to maximize it, how to get more out of less, how to wind down every single day feeling really good about what you accomplished and the time you had before and the time you allocated, even if you don't have 8 to 12 hours, even if you only put in an hour or two of work. What needs to happen so that you can maximize your output so you can get more done, maybe even with less, and just feel accomplished at the end of every day and at the end of every week. Be sure to backtrack one episode if getting more out of your time, becoming more productive and focused in on more of the things that matters every day and week in your business has been top of mind, or if that was a little kick in the pants to make it top of mind. Today, we're talking about the number one reason why you don't need ads to grow online. Let's talk about it. I have 3 things for you to do so that you don't have to resort to ads, especially if this has been on your mind, if this has been a strategy you've been considering, if you've been saying to yourself that all I need is my next client and I'll have money for ads, which is the number one red flag. So you don't need ads to grow your business online. Underscored, underlined, highlighted, boxed, drop shadowed behind if your offer is not yet making $30K a month in revenue yet. Ads is just the last strategy you should be thinking about, and I've seen it time and time again. So many coaches are in a rush to get to paid traffic. And if you are not an ads specialist with $10, $15,000, $20,000 in a budget to get your ad up and going, this is just the worst distraction that you can get. And it breaks my heart because I see so many online coaches who have some sort of advantage that they don't teach in their courses, that they don't teach to other business owners, that is trying to get their clients to their level, which they are running ads, and that's a part of their strategy, but their clients aren't in the same position that they were that got them to where they want to be. And so time and time again, so many of you hop on calls with me, or you're in my DMs, or you join my coaching program, and you were burnt by a coach who immediately got you starting to run ads, that immediately tried to get you to put a paid offer to ads or to get calls booked onto your schedule. And every single time you do that, when you are below 30K a month, what winds up happening is that you now trade in the few things that were working to get you to 3, 5, 7K a month, which takes a lot of work when you're just getting going. The first couple of times that you're hitting that. And now you're putting all of the time that it takes for you to get to that every single month into ads. And you're using what little money you do have after you've invested in a business coach or in one of these big coaching programs where you don't even talk with the coaches who you're hiring, who got you into the program, that with the influencer and with the face of that big box coach, you're working with their team. And their team is only working with them because they weren't able to get their business to a point and they needed the income from a day job. So I see this and it breaks my heart. And I have fallen victim to this before in the past. If your offer is not yet making 30K a month, ads is the absolute worst thing that you can start to do, because now the time that you are using to get you any money and any money that you do have from that time begins to get eliminated, because what you're going to begin doing is working on the ad creative, on the graphics, and working on the ad copy, and then looking and tying your energy up in your budget and what's getting spent and what's coming in or what's coming out, and getting excited when you get a lead, which is typically from some other marketer who is just trying to swipe what it is that you're doing because they think what you're doing might work. And now that's wasting your ad budget. You're getting unqualified leads from people who never are even considering hiring you. And now you've wasted money, you've wasted time, and the few things that were working to bring you in money and bring you in leads and turn into revenue and into clients, those now have gotten eliminated because now you're tied up with paid traffic. So that's the number one reason why you don't need ads to grow online, is if you are not at 30K a month yet, it's all good. It's okay. It's just your offer isn't yet proven yet. You are not proven yet. So let's talk about what needs to happen in order for you to get to a point where you're at 30K. And then you can decide which the best thing to do if you're at 30K and you want to do paid ads is go and hire someone. Do 30K, 3 months in a row so that you know in your heart of hearts you're capable of doing it again on repeat and you're not worried about losing the money, which is the first thing that will happen when you cross 15K. And now you're back into a lack energy instead of an abundance energy. With new levels come new devils. Well, it's better to just go and hire an ad specialist who's already running ads for other people in your space, who knows what to do, who's going to give you a checklist, or just do all of the things for you, and you can continue focusing on the things that are working to bring in that 30K every single month. So let's talk about what you should be doing instead so that we can get you to 30K and even have the option to go and find that ad specialist or to find that person to run the ads for you. The first thing that you need to begin doing is focusing in on showing up every single day on one platform. We talk about this in almost every episode, that it's all about how you show up every single day. You got to show up every single day on your story and show up every single day in the right energy and show up with a heart of service. But if you are not at 30K a month yet and you're showing up daily and you're showing up with a heart of service and you're putting your best foot forward, you might be spreading your energy too thin. And so what we need to do is we need to constrict your energy and consolidate your energy so that we can expand it just on one platform. Instead of focusing on the TikTok, the YouTube, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, the X, the Threads, and all of it, which is spreading the energy too thin, let's focus in on one platform. So right now, just think in your head, I'm gonna count down from 3, and you're gonna say which platform is the number one place for you to be focusing on. 3, 2, 1. Choose that platform and focus on it for the next 90 days minimum, showing up daily, using every feature you can. If it's Instagram, you're going live, you're posting stories, you're commenting, you're sharing, and you're just doing that for an hour a day. If it is on X or Twitter, then you are making tweets, you're posting tweets, you're commenting, you're reposting on other people's stuff, you're putting your videos up on there, you are sharing other people's stuff, you're DMing and responding to DMs. If it's Facebook, you are, and we're gonna split this into 2. If it's Facebook, you're doing your story, you're on your profile, you're commenting on other stories, you're commenting on other posts, you're going into groups that have your target prospects and you're adding value from a non-needy perspective. You're making friends with the admins and you're becoming a welcome guest. If it's your Facebook group, you are going live, you are posting your content into there, you are welcoming new members, you're tagging new members, you're coming up with hand-raising posts, and you are also inviting 25 friends into your profile and you're reminding 15 of them and you're focusing there. If it's your email, you're writing an email every single day. You are working on creating your offer and talking about your offer. You're creating a promotion to talk about your offer or to getting calls booked. Is this making sense? Let me know over in the chat, or just nod wherever you're listening to this, if you're getting your steps, or if you're washing the dishes, or if you are just hands tied up in something else and doing some chores. We want to focus on showing up daily, but we're going to double down by focusing in on just one platform and spreading, instead of spreading your energy too thin. Second, it's time to raise your prices. We haven't talked about this, and I know that it's a reminder that you need here today. If you have gotten your last 3 clients at the same price point, it is time to up your prices. This is gonna call for you to get better at your sales conversation, better inside of the DM, better at inviting prospects onto a strategy session with you, and get more confident and level up your confidence in how you close them, or better yet, in how you get them to close you. We've talked about this. You can go to episode 69 if you wanna understand the flow of a sales call that converts into prospects. And you can go back in the first 10 or 20 episodes, we had one where we talked about getting prospects to close you. These are important concepts to level up your game, and you may have listened to those, or you may know those as a concept, but maybe you only know them and you're not doing them. And to know and to not do is to not know. So maybe this is just the reminder that you need. Even though you've heard the tip from me and from others, go and listen to those first 50 episodes of this show. Go through there and look at the ones that are relevant for you for doubling down on showing up daily and on one platform, on leveling up your offer, and also leveling up your sales skills. It's time to raise your prices. This might mean that to boost your confidence, so you are including a bonus to get someone to sign up at the end of the call with you. So also go back and understand and look through the episodes we have on the show where we talk about leveling up your offer. We had one in the last 30 or so episodes talking specifically about leveling up your offer. Go and listen to those things. Focus on the 5 pieces that are going to make your offer absolutely bulletproof, and raise your prices. Minimum, I would love for you to be adding $1,000 onto the current offer that you have. For some of you, this could be $2,000 or $3,000 that you're adding onto your offer, and you're modifying the payment plan, or you're simply just adding another payment on. So instead of 6 payments of $500, it's now 7 payments of $500. Or you're going from payments of $500 to payments of $750. Or you're going from $3,500 pay in full to $4,000 pay in full. These are going to be steps that are going to help you get more from less. And so every prospect you're getting, and every client that you get, you're getting more money every single time. And now we're going to inch you closer to that 30K a month into higher revenue months. The second thing that you got to do before you start running into ads, start thinking about those things, is let's raise your prices. Third, this is worth being stated over and over again. And it is inevitable at every stage in your business that you're either going to get bored, overly excited, or you're going to see something that your competitors or a coach that you admire is doing. And you're going to assume that this is the right next step for you in your online business. And I promise you that the right thing for you to do is to say no more often. That's right. You have to avoid distractions at all costs. Avoid shiny objects. Avoid looking at other people's businesses if this puts you into a state of comparing yourself and then questioning what you're doing and what we're talking about in this episode and what we talk about over these last 134 episodes of this show. What we talk about here is the smoothest and most stable path to you growing your online revenue. And the more you get taken off of the path of confidence and focusing in on the things that are working, doubling down on them, focusing on the fundamentals and keeping the basics, the lower the chances you're gonna have. If you don't do those things, the lower the chances you're gonna have of actually ever having your first 30K a month, of actually ever getting to 30K a month, of ever getting to a position where ads are the right next step. And I promise you that when you get to 30K for 3 months in a row, what you're gonna be thinking is, wow, I got to 30, can I get to 40 without the paid traffic before I go and spend some money and need 90 days of ramp up, and now I got to really be biting my nails and be kind of put myself into a point of scarcity, even though this salesperson's doing a good job of making me feel like a big shot or making me feel like ads are the right next step. Because if you can do 30, you can do 40. If you can do 40, you can do 50. And if you can do 50K a month in organic marketing, you can do 100. And now you don't need the ads, and now you don't need all of that money. So when you actually put your energy into finding the right person, because you don't need them to do your ads, and you put the right energy and time into making the right ad creative and the right ad copy, you're gonna just come from the right place of abundance and of non-neediness. And when you don't need something is when you put yourself in the highest likelihood and the highest state of energy to actually get the results that you are wanting and to experience that abundance on the other side and actually experience what can happen with a really good ad specialist and really good ads. And from coming from that place is where all of the magic is going to happen in your online business at every stage. In the next episode of Client by Client, we're doing an old-fashioned showdown, organic versus passive conversations, and you're gonna leave with some ideas for how to create both. Whenever you are ready, here are a couple ways I can help you grow your online business. First, download your free copy of GetBook CRM. Coaches, are you still managing your leads and pipeline from Instagram DM, Facebook Messenger, and your email inbox where you're losing leads in the cracks and leaving a lot of money and clients on the table every single week and month? That's why I created GetBook CRM. What started out as a free way and simple way for me to manage my leads and pipeline has quickly become a favorite tool of my private students and many members in the Leverage Coach community. Get leads and turn them into clients in half the time. To download your free copy now, just find me on Instagram and send me the letters CRM. Second, join my free group for online coaches. I've got hundreds of coaches from all over the world in many different niches, all implementing my strategies for starting and growing an online business and getting clients consistently. To get your free invite now, just find me over on Instagram and message me the word group. Lastly, become my next success story. I'm getting a couple coaches together this month to implement my methods and frameworks for injecting a minimum of 15K worth of new clients or doubling your existing client roster base over the next 30, 60, 90 days, but working with the right people is super important to me. So only reply to this if you are a relationship-focused coach who always puts the person ahead of the money, you've been coaching for at least 6 months to a year, you have room and would like to take on 3 to 5 clients every week or month without wasting money and time on paid ads, you have at least 300 friends on a social platform, Facebook group, or email list, you are willing to take bold, inspired action because you know that your success depends upon it. And last but most importantly, you can keep a secret. If that's you, I want you to grab your phone right now, tap that Instagram app icon, do a search and find me at What Up Jeremy. Give me a follow, binge on some reels and some content while you're there. And when you're ready, I want for you to message me the words case study. When you do that, I'll ask you a couple questions about your online business and about your vision for the next 12 months. Then I'll share with you what we have coming up this month in the program, how we're already helping students from all over the world, and how these methods have already proven to get clients consistently. And we'll also identify what part of the program will likely make the biggest impact on your business the soonest. That way you know what to expect. For all the details now, all you have to do is find me on Instagram at whatupjeremy and DM me the words case study. That's it for today's episode of Client by Client. Thank you. That's it for today's episode of Client by Client. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you in the next one. Cheers.